Welcome to the Jerry Graves channel. It's a channel talks about narcissists and everything in between. I want to go ahead and jump straight into the topic, but first, make sure you leave a like, a comment, and a subscription. Without further, let's go ahead and jump into it. This video is going to be about how you end up taking scraps from the narcissist. First of all, many of us have been raised by narcissists ourselves, so what ends up happening is we just grow up feeling unworthy and unloved, and this could be a subconscious feeling because on the surface we're all smart enough to know that we count, we're important, and we tell ourselves that we do, but under the surface you can still feel a certain way, especially when people are treating you or begin to treat you the way the narcissist used to, that raised you, right? So you end up looking for love, or even if it's just scraps, or even if it's just pretend love, and just sitting back hoping that their feelings for you will change. And of course they never do, so you just stay on the hook, stay waiting, but it never comes. Another aspect of this is that you've changed your standards without even realizing it. Throughout the years, the narcissist will argue with you and basically gaslight you about your own standards, and eventually you start to feel like maybe I am too firm, or maybe I need to loosen up. And this thing that I used to think is important, that's not even important. It's okay, it's okay if people cut me off. It's okay if people mistreat me. I'm who am I? Who am I to think that everybody should treat me like a king? And those are the words of the narcissist. The narcissist will be like, when you're asking for just regular amount of, I guess, respect, they'll be like, well, who do you think you are? You think you want everybody to treat you like a king or something like that. And eventually you're second guessing and reevaluating your own standards. The third reason why you hold on to the narcissist, even if they're giving you scraps, is because there's a societal norm of everybody having to be in a relationship at all times. You're always supposed to be in a relationship. You're never supposed to be alone. The people that are alone, there's something wrong with them. That guy who's sitting at the movies alone, or the woman who goes to the movies alone, what's going on in their life? I hope that they're okay. That's how people think. But in reality, it's okay to be alone sometimes. You don't have to have a relationship. And that is one of the biggest drivers behind just many indignities that you can act out on yourself and behave like, just because you think you have to have a relationship, you have to have a friend. That goes on and on and on and throughout your life if you've been raised by narcissists. It's sad to say that a lot of us have given up. Like, we give up on how people perceive us, and just how the narcissist is treating us, and we just give in and let them run amok. We get tired of the arguing, and that's the reason why they are always trying to, run you down and wear you down and argue about everything and on and on and on. But of course, you don't want to ever give up. That's like the number one key to life. You just never give up. And that's also a key to chess, which is, I love to bring in chess metaphors. I was watching a chess channel the other day, and one of the main people that play on that channel, they play like street chess, and he always says it in his videos: never give up. He'll come back from behind off of a game you never thought he can come back from. And it's just that became like the saying for the whole channel. Like, everybody's like, that's the thing. That's what you're learning, is just never give up. Even in a game like chess, you lost your queen, you lost your rook, you're down material, but you can always turn it around. If you actually played that game, if you actually played chess, you know that you're almost it's hard to win a game that you're winning. You know, it's not easy to turn things around, but it happens all the time. You can turn things around in life too. And finally, most of us fear the future. We fear what could happen, all the things that could happen. There's many things. What if we become disabled? What if we never find anybody? What if, I, you know what I'm saying? Like there's all these fears that goes on where you think that you just need someone. And even the narcissists will bring that up. They'll bring up the fears and the things that you already have in your mind and talk about them all the time just to get you thinking about it, and they can control you using them. So if you have fear, you got to figure out a different way to approach it other than trying to just get it through a relationship with someone else. You got to find another way, find something that you can do to handle anything that can come up so that you don't have to depend on anyone. Revisit your initial standards, the standards you built up, and you got to reform those. You got to build them up inside of you again. You don't give up your standards. If you had those for a reason, there's no reason why you should have met somebody and they have changed and that person was a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you got to get back to who you are, and your standards are a part of you. They're a part of who you are. So you want to keep that. Don't let people whittle away at you. And just remember what they are. Write them down. Write them down and compare what you think now to what you used to think so that you can be the strong person that you once were. And that's another thing that happens. Like when you're around the narcissist all the time, you always think about how strong you used to be. This is a key component to it. Your standards changed. So you got to get those back. Also, what you settle for is what you get. So if you're going to settle for nothing, then you're going to get nothing. You know, you want to raise the bar on your expectations, and as far as how people treat you and things like that, you don't just take whatever scrap the narcissist gives you. And another thing, even though this sounds like everybody says this, but you need to get back to doing your affirmations. I know we've all tried them before, and it's like something that you're going to be doing throughout the course of your life. Affirmation. You got to remind yourself who you are, how strong you are, and how strong you've been and where you've come from, and your standards and the things that you'll accept. All of those things need to be reinforced. You need to write them down and just reinvigorate yourself after being around a narcissist so that you can grow and move on, because you don't need to be taking people's scraps. You don't need to be accepting just whatever comes your way. You're worth more than that. And that's the video. Thank you for watching. Peace.